Stop. Most people quit right here.
Suck.
Today we're going over exactly why your brain makes you quit hard games, a Silksong psychology. I know I've been enjoying Silksong for the past couple weeks. It's been great, but people complain about the difficulty. People complain it's way too hard. People would say also to just get good. Today I want to go over exactly why does your brain make you quit hard games? Why do people quit in the first place? For people that don't know me, my name is Sean, otherwise known as Shanzo. I'm a competitive esports player, professional esports player in fact. I'm also a coach and a competitive bodybuilder, striving to level up in both things all at the same time. And today, again, we're going over exactly what makes your brain quit hard things. And we got the whiteboard here today, so it's gonna be great. So like I said, I've been playing Silksong for a couple weeks now, and the very first thing that really irks me is that we don't know where to go, but we don't know exactly where to go. We don't know exactly which way is forward progress. And it's the same way in life. We just don't have a direction. We're just given, go do whatever. You know, we don't even have a map, right? Well, the map of the world, sure. But what I'm saying is that we do not have a direction to go. And when we don't have a direction to go, we don't want to play the game. When we're dropped into a foreign place and we don't have any goals, we don't have any direction, we quit. We just decide to stay static. So that's why, number one, the reason why your brain makes you quit hard games is because you don't know where to go. You don't have a goal. The second reason your brain makes you quit hard games is because games usually have a constant feedback loop, right? Usually you do a little bit, you get a little bit of results. You do a little bit more work, you get a little bit more results. And there's that constant give and take. You do a little bit, you get some dopamine. You try a little bit harder, you get a little bit more dopamine. And the games get harder and harder and harder. For Silksong, you don't really have that. You don't have that instant like, oh, I see my character level up. Like, oh, I'm level 46 in Pokemon because I worked all the way from level 1 to level 45 to level 46. But in Silksong, you don't really have that progression, really. Like, there's no level system. You get a couple items here and there, but there's no instant gratification system. Most games, right, they have that progression, right? This is the line, all right? This is time. Going back to school, guys. Time on the x-axis, and then like results. All right, y-axis is results, x-axis is time. So the more time that you put in the game, you'd expect to get more and more results, right? So for, let's say, something like Pokemon, which I love, okay? This is how the progression line might look like, right? You might say, okay, a little bit more time, you know, just like this. Up, 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 boom, okay? You might go up like that, all right? But for something like Silksong, same thing, time, and then results, it's gonna look a little bit different. You start the game, right? You probably instantly get pretty quick, all right? And then you get a lot of progression. And then you go like an hour trying to search for where to go, and you have no progression. People stop right here. Okay, if you don't have that instant gratification, that instant progression, your brain goes, why am I even doing this? Screw this, I'm gonna quit, right? But what people, I guess you kind of understand, but you don't really know this in the moment. You get to this point and you're like, screw this, I don't wanna play this game anymore. But then all of a sudden, you get to the next area, right? Boom, mad progression in such a little amount of time, right? Up, 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 up. Look at that progression, look at that time. Not a lot of time, but so much progression, right? But you just didn't, you quit. It's the psychology of it. Your brain goes, I'm not progressing, I'm gonna quit. They quit at these plateaus. When you plateau in anything, your brain goes, I just wanna quit. I don't wanna do this. I'm not progressing, I'm not winning. I'm not getting that dopamine. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the cap right now. I'm not getting that dopamine. I'm just gonna quit. But when you play like a quieter game like Pokemon or some other whatever, right? There's always progress. There's always progress. It's very clear. You need to go to this place. You need to do this thing. You need to train up. You need to have this level system where you go from level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. It's very clear. And that's where most games have caught on. Things like Fortnite, things like things like Rocket League. There's a very clear progression system. You have a level at the bottom left of your screen at all times saying this is how far you progress, this is how far you progress, this is how to progress, right? Silksong doesn't have that. It's a much more serious game. It's very, like, you start off, boom, And then you get to here and your brain goes, I'm so bored, I quit. Okay? That's why reason number 2, why your brain makes you quit hard games is because of this. It's because your brain gets bored and then it quits right before it hits it big. It's like gambling. This is the final reason that your brain makes you quit hard games is because there's a time sink, okay? When we play video games, we know we're wasting time, but you know you could be doing anything else in this world. You could be learning how to code, you could be learning a new language, you could be hanging out with friends, but when you're playing something like Silksong, which is a single player game, your brain is constantly weighing out, I could be doing anything else in my life right now, right? But the thing with Silksong specifically, tying in the other points, is that when you don't know where to go, and you're backtracking, you're walking this place, this place, this place, and after 30, 40 minutes, your brain goes, let's see, what have I accomplished in the last 30 minutes, right? Nothing. Not even in the game. At least when you're playing Fortnite or Pokemon or Roblox or Rocket League, you can see your stats go up. It goes up and up and up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in Silksong, when it's an open world game like that, and you just wander around for 30 minutes, if you're not enjoying yourself and your only goal is to just try to figure out where to go next, you get bored and you go, oh crap, I just wasted 30 minutes and I've made no progress on something that doesn't even matter. At least in Fortnite, you can say, at least I made progress, at least I leveled up. But in Silksong, it's just a waste of time sometimes. And when your brain knows, I just wasted 30 minutes of my life, I couldn't even figure out where to go, you might take a break from there. Be like, all right, let me take a break. Let me go do something else. You know, you come back the next day and your brain goes, ooh, I kind of want to play Silksong. And you go, okay, well, what happened last time I played Silksong? I just wasted 30, 45 minutes of my life and I couldn't even figure out where to go. I made no progress in this. Does your brain want to subject itself to that again? There was no dopamine hits. There was no forward progress. You had no idea where to go. Your brain doesn't want to subject you to that again and again and again. So if it experienced it one time, if you had a bad experience with Silksong, if you had a bad experience with anything, and even if you go, ooh, do I want to do that again? Your brain weighs out the cost, right? I might make progress, but good odds, I left off last time not knowing anything, not knowing where to go, not knowing where to even go from here. How do I even progress? I don't know. And then one day turns into 2, 2 days turn into 3, 4, a week, and a month. And then at that point, you're like, it's been so long since I played that. I don't even know. I didn't know where to go a day after, never mind a month after. I'm not going back and trying to figure out where I was. And you eventually quit. And that is the third reason why your brain makes you quit hard games, just like Silksong, is because it is indeed a waste of time. And people do this with everything in their life, right? It's not just video games. It's not just Silksong. It's everything in life, whether it's your career, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's skills you want to learn. When things get hard, people quit. And the thing with gamers specifically is that we quit way more than other people because things are always just easy to us. Like I said, I love using Pokemon as an analogy because it's very clear. It's very nice to just have that level system, right? It's very easy to just go, okay, level 1, level 2, level 3, and you can see that progression. But we all know that's not how it is in real life. You don't have that progression line unless you give it to yourself, which that's another thing I actually talk about in my course, top link in the description. Definitely check it out. But we don't have that progression bar. We don't have that level up bar at the top right of our screens like in Sword Art Online, right? We need to have that constant reassurance that we are progressing or our brain's gonna make us quit. So when we do something hard, like learning a new language, you gotta suck at it before you're good at it in anything that you do. But especially for things that are hard, we just quit like that because we are so used to just having that instant this clear progression. And Silksong is kind of like an analogy for life, if you think about it, right? Where you don't have that progression line, you're not always told where to go. You have a general idea of what you want to do, right? You want to make it to the top, but you don't know how to get there. Nobody's going to tell you exactly how to get there. You need to find that out for yourself. And that's where life comes in. When I go to the gym, I don't know exactly what to do. When I first started out, I was like, okay, let me go to the gym. I know that's got to be the first step, right? Again, top link in the description, I tell you exactly how to do this. But I just show up to the gym and I try to figure it out. I kind of sort my way around it. I figure it out for myself. And yeah, it was hard for the first day, for the first 2 days, the first couple weeks, but I didn't quit. I knew it was going to be hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it, they say, right? And now look at me, bro. I'm about to be a professional bodybuilder. Like, I got this, right? but it doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come without a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. But I believe in you guys. But I do want to hear from you guys. Let me know if you guys are playing Silksong in the comments, and let me know what kind of skill, what kind of things are you trying to learn that you've experienced this before. What's something that is hard, but that you pushed through in the past? I want to hear from you guys. And again, like always, life is a dice roll. You just got to roll the dice a hell of a lot more than everybody else. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.